Reason number
7.
7.
He gives us faith.
He gives us faith.
Faith is the most biggest power.
They say that spiritual, what the physical calls financial power, which moves the world, faith is spiritual power.
Yeah. With faith, you can move mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Those mountains are the sin. Each sin, it's a big mountain
Mm-hmm.
that we cannot
Cross over.
over. So we need faith, and he gives us faith.
Or a big Goliath.
Yeah, basically the faith is in him, that he's God manifested in flesh, and in his work at the cross.
Mm-hmm.
And basically it's faith in his victory. Which victory? The victory
sin.
at the cross. He was resurrected, he won over the sin, won over Satan, won over death, and that's it.
Now here's the scandalous that we have to go to, because without this scandalous thing I'm about to say, the cross is to me is not fulfilled. It's the blood. Is the blood.
That's scandalic.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, because we're talking about a special
well,
blood.
a lot of people will talk about the cross, but in today they don't want to talk about the blood. That's too gory.
Yeah, it's too gory for them because they don't know. But
The
for
blood
us,
is
it's
the
not
perfect
blood.
blood that comes back to
Very
Genesis
excited to speak about the cross.
and 3:15. Genesis 3:15,
Yeah.
the provision that completed, fulfilled what were the animal sacrifices of blood that were temporary provision for sin. Faith.
Yeah, faith is big power. I used to have money and I used to feel very powerful.
You had faith in yourself.
Yeah, but I was completely out of my mind.
And you were making good money.
Yeah, but at
No,
the
just
end,
so- just
at
so
the end,
for
I
the good-
understand that is not power. With money, I cannot stop masturbate. With money, I cannot stop my anger. With money, I cannot stop my addictions. And only with faith, the faith that we receive by grace.
The faith we receive by grace. That's the
Yeah.
reason.
We start to live in victory
There's a lot of people.
and free. Also free of condemnation and guilt, as we talk.
'Cause I think a lot of people believe that faith is something that because they work at it, they get more. Like it's kind of like muscles. Now, to me, faith is a spiritual muscle. It is worked and it is tuned in and everything. But
Yeah.
what you're saying here,
We grow in faith by
but this
when
is
we are
not a
tasted.
faith out of ourselves. This is a faith that's given to us.
yeah. This is not a manufactura, our creation. No.
Right, because we're good and better, or we're following and more obedient in terms of what people would call obedient, which again is
They don't
relative,
like.
but it doesn't mean I have more faith because I'm perfect.
No, the only way to grow in faith is by proofs.
By
He testing.
Through tests, yes, through
testing
tests,
every
yes.
day, and not to try to run away, and not to try to go to escape.
and I like your word prove, because testing proves that there's faith.
Well, this conversation I just make by faith because my English is terrible. But I have faith that the people who wants to hear and who wants to understand, they don't gonna care at all if I use wrong the vocabulary and all this shit. I don't care, man.
Well, that's a good part of the English language. There's so many people who speak it around the world, and there's a lot of accents, and
This is too much. This is too simple. With this faith that we receive by faith, we can be free and we live in victory, and also, of course, by in a permanent proving test. But
and
that's-
this faith gives us power over fear.
yeah,
fear.
not only in the fear, yeah.
But fear is a big challenger to faith.
I mean, in Spanish we don't say fear, fears. Because
Exactly.
there is
You're
a
talking about
bunch
them
of
more.
fears, no?
But when we discussed respect and that one, but the fear that's just draining, the fear that we get through the news every day that the world's ending, that kind of fear,
Fear
or
of
we're not going to
fear
make,
to
yes, that fear.
be sick, to be...
That takes away faith. We have to
of
overcome.
course, of
So
course.
that's
Faith,
a constant battle.
Faith is the most
So in
biggest
some
power
ways-
that we can receive, or we can have. Forget about the money, forget about the intellect, forget about the... That's not power. Forget about the tanks and mice and... No. This is not power. We are speaking about big power. The faith in Yeshua. Not the faith that people used to apply in their lives. No, I have faith that my business is going to be good. No, this is faith in Yeshua's word, in Yeshua's verb, in his work, at the cross. He won. That's it. That's it. He forgives us. That's it. Just we have to walk with him. And he will provide us every day more faith, more faith, more faith, more faith. If we want to be good with God,
To
it's
also
not giving ofrendas and offers and tithes and all this shit. We have to have faith. And he gives us the faith. Because we cannot... The faith comes from him to us.